enemies is what we were born, sworn, presumed to be. But I'm the one living in the war-torn community, while you never miss a single opportunity to kill us indiscriminately with impunity. And I'm left to be some kind of second-rate refugee. Got family in the West Bank and Gaza living separately. Something is definitely underhanded, and I can't understand it, let alone stand it. Living in the largest prison on the planet, helplessly watching your borders expanding, just dreaming of freedom in this never-ending struggle, while medicine is smuggled through underground tunnels. Gets rougher and tougher as we suffer on a regular basis. Come take a look at the faces of desperate and terrified women and children when a military bulldozer levels a building.
Take a step through the looking glass. There's something more than a strange reflection. Take a step through the looking glass and change your perception. As you step through the looking glass, take a good close look at yourself. Cause once you step through the looking glass,
you might discover that you're somebody else.
I was born in Israel. This is my country, it's my holy land. You can't take that from me. You terrorize my people with your suicide bombs, throwing stones and Molotovs. We were chosen by God before your Islam. We survived the Holocaust against all odds. We want to live in peace, we want to be free, but live in constant fear cause the enemy is near. I will not shed a tear till the terror disappears. I will join the army, fight for my country, so you cannot harm me. You can only scar me. I defend my family, won't be a casualty. It's sad to see you shake hands with me and casually pass on the peace treaty. You are needy and greedy, and we are not leaving, so excuse me for trying to stop my country from bleeding.
take a step through the looking glass. There's something more than a strange reflection. Take a step through the looking glass and change your perception. As you step through the looking glass, take a good close look at yourself. Cause once you step through the looking glass,
you might discover that you're somebody else. Imagine a vast landscape littered with abandoned weapons as far as the eye can see in every direction.
Some leftover metal and concrete resembling a city that no one would be left to remember when.
The descendants of brothers born of the same father, but another mother, and so wouldn't bother
to show compassion or even rational thought, because revenge and hatred is all they were taught.
So they fought and got caught in a cycle of war, repeating mistakes from generations before.
Divided by books, ideas, and prophets, the violence got worse and they couldn't stop it.
And many cried out to protect the innocent, but their voices were drowned by the sounds of the ignorant.
So the story just ends the same way it begins, revealed by the voice in the whispering winds.
take a step through the looking glass. There's something more than a strange reflection. Take a step through the looking glass and change your perception. As you step through the looking glass, take a good close look at yourself. Cause once you step through the looking glass,
you might discover that you're somebody else.
From the very first time all the way to today, it's been several years, every time I cross that wall, every time I cross the sign, I see the exact same thing. I see traffic jams, I see children going to school, which is probably the most common sight in Palestinian areas, is children coming and going to school. I see people going to work, I see shops. I've yet to see the Palestinians that want to kill me. I've yet to see the Palestinians ready with machine guns and tanks and F-16s ready to bomb me because I'm an Israeli. I've yet to see that. And I know that many other Israelis who do this haven't seen it either. And with time, I began to realize this sign has nothing to do with security. The wall has nothing to do with security. The massive armed Israeli forces along the road have nothing to do with security. The terrorizing and harassment that Palestinian Israelis go through when they go through Tel Aviv airport the humiliating process that they have to go through, they have to endure every time they decide to leave and go overseas, has nothing to do with security. It has everything to do with racism, with hatred, and with a deep desire to keep us apart, to keep me privileged and them with no rights. That's the name of the game. That's what it's all about.